When your spouse enters a nursing home, it can be traumatic, both personally and financially. If Medicaid is helping you foot the bill, be prepared to turn over most of your cash first. But what about your home? The good news is you won't be forced out on the street to sleep on a park bench. But what if you sell your home? Can you keep the cash, buy a new home, rent an apartment, or do you have to turn the money over to the nursing home or the state? Let's start basic. When your spouse goes to a nursing home, the law lets you keep half of your savings up to about $114,000. Plus, you get to keep your home as long as you're living there. But let's say you want to sell it. Now, if you sell it before your spouse qualifies for Medicaid, then the cash proceeds are just part of your overall savings and you won't be permitted to keep the entire amount. Depending on how much other assets you have, the most you'll be able to keep is half the proceeds and maybe none at all. But what if you sell the house after your spouse qualifies for Medicaid? Then you are allowed to keep the full amount of the sale proceeds, even if that amount puts you over the usual resource limits that applied at the time of your Medicaid application. But there's one important rule. At the time of the sale, the home must be entirely in the name of the spouse at home. If it's joint with the spouse in the nursing home, then half the proceeds have to go to the nursing home. And you'll lose all the proceeds if the house was entirely in the name of the spouse in the nursing home. Let's be as clear as possible about how to protect your home. Before the home is sold, put it in the name of the spouse that's living there. In fact, it's best to do that even before one spouse ever goes into the nursing home. The earlier, the better. That's because if one spouse becomes incompetent, changing the house title may be much more difficult. Your home is your most important asset. Follow this one simple rule to make sure it's protected and to make sure the sales proceeds are protected as well. We'll be right back.
Call Budish, Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.budishandsolomon.com.
Thanks for joining us. Next week, we'll check out the finer things at Stan Hewitt Hall and Gardens. Ready to collect your Social Security? Not so fast. We'll share why timing is everything. Then we'll craft a memorable Mother's Day creation. Plus, we'll advance to the front lines on the battle against breast cancer and a little-known program that's as important as Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. So until next week, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
Would you like to join our kitchen conversation? All you have to do is call toll-free 1-877-765-1543 and leave us your question, name, and phone number. Or log on to www.golden.tv for all the latest information and show updates.